really fast.
Welcome back, everyone, to the last episode of season 2 of Behind Borders. What a journey this season has been. I can't believe it's in the end now. Today feels special because this episode is all about one small word that carries so much power. The word yes. The yes that starts the change, the yes that pushes you forward, the yes that opens doors you never imagined.
Oh, yes. Welcome back, everyone. This whole season, we've talked about growth, courage, new beginnings, and honestly, this theme ties it all together so beautifully because every transformation, every story, every breakthrough starts with someone finally saying yes to themselves.
Yes, and what makes today even more meaningful is that we get to close this season with two people we deeply admire. A couple who said yes when it didn't make sense, a yes when fear was louder, even when the future felt uncertain. And that one decision changed everything for them. It is truly an honor to have them with us today.
Yes, and before we continue, do us a favor, hit like, drop a comment, share this live, and let us know where you are watching from, because you never know who needs to hear this episode today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the season finale. Big hats, big story. Let's get into it. But first, a little gratitude. So today, I am super grateful for divine timing, the way God places the right people, the right opportunities, and the right conversations exactly when our hearts are ready for a yes. What about you, Vanessa?
Yes, sorry. I'm grateful for our second chances, for the moments when life nudges us to choose again, believe again, and to say yes again, even when we're scared.
Yes, and I'm grateful for the courage, the kind of courage that whispers instead of shouts, the courage that helps us say yes, even when we don't know the whole path, only the first step. So, okay, now it's time to welcome two beautiful souls, Karen and Chris.
All right.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks for having
Karen, yes, Karen wants a teacher and Chris wants a firefighter, both dedicated to serving others long before this business ever came into their lives. They are grandparents, they are mentors, leaders, and they've spent 9 years building a strong, successful digital business that has helped so many families change their lives. So, as I know, Karen was skeptical at the beginning, and that's important because even with doubt, yes, she still said yes, and that yes changed everything. So, Karen and Chris, I'm so happy to have you here. And before we dive in, we'd love for you to share a little bit more about yourself and one things you're grateful for today.
Well, first off, we're grateful that you invited us on here.
Thank you.
Thank
But
you for
that's not my.
accepting.
Hey, I want to start because before I forget, okay? I'm absolutely so grateful for time, a time that we've earned and own now because we work for ourselves. This is all about teaching people how to run their own business online, and that's what we've done. But as a result, and having our own time, I can do a lot of the things that I love to do. And hanging out in a beautiful home with a beautiful wife. I get to work on an old truck in my shop. It's just things that just life's fun, and I'm very grateful for that. How about
And
you?
I would say, as you were talking, I'm just grateful for Chris that he pushed me to look into this because I did not want this at all. I was very, very skeptical. And he, before we booked that strategy call, he said, what if you were able to retire early? What would you want to do? If money wasn't an object, what would you want to do? And back before we even started the business, we didn't have grandchildren at the time. and I said, I want to play with grandchildren. I want to have the time to do that. And 9 years later, we have 3 beautiful grandchildren, and we can go and spend as much time as we want with them now. So I'm grateful for Chris for making me do my due diligence to make that decision to say yes.
You know,
Making you say yes.
Trust Chris for sure.
funny thing about that though, because Karen, like, you know, when we first looked at, like, there's a lot of people that see this and they're skeptical, and we always say that's smart, good for you for being skeptical. People should be, you know. And I remember telling you, skepticism is a sign of intelligence.
That was kind of a trick. It tricked me.
Definitely.
You're really smart for doing your due diligence. So that helped.
No, because, well, a couple of things. One, yeah, I mean, skepticism is smart, but that's the first layer of critical thinking intelligence, right? The thing is, okay, I'm not going to believe what I see. I'm going to have a look at it. So you peel the onion back. Like skepticism without peeling the onion, or skepticism, I mean, without looking into it further, I don't think it's super smart.
Well, it's just judgment then.
Yeah.
You're making a judgment from not getting the information. So,
but even then, after that, you know, we went and we had to take a look at it and so on. And then, you know,
I absolutely love it.
Well, Karen,
we kind of left gratitude. Now we're just rambling. Okay, let's.
well, Karen, I just wanted to say it took me 4 years before I started. I knew about the business 4 years before I actually started. So,
you know,
And it took almost 2 years before I started. I saw and I was like skeptical, very.
It only took me 2 ads. I'm sorry, guys.
You know what? And you all started at exactly the right time that
When
was
you were
right
supposed to.
for you.
When it was right for you.
yes, exactly. That's
We hear that all the time.
Absolutely.
We have people that, you know, follow us on our page. A lot of them follow, they don't say anything. And then when they finally take action, they're like, yeah, we've been following you for 3 years. Or we've been following you for, like, finally, I don't know why I didn't do this before, you know, and so it wasn't the right time at that time. So that's all.
All right. So, you know, guys, here at Beyond Borders, we love to bring stories from people around the world. But today, we're all in Canada. So, you know, I wanted to wear my Canadian tuxedo. And I wanted to put on my Canadian flag, right? Because we're all from different places around Canada, which is amazing. But, you know, I am going to hop right into this today and get on with the first question that I have for our beautiful guest. You know, I really want you guys to take us back to the moment you said yes. Like, what was happening in your life and what made you decide to step into something completely new?
Oh my gosh. We've got so much to say about that. You know, we had wonderful careers, you know, as an officer in the fire service, and Karen as an admin in the kind of Catholic elementary school. We were set. I mean, great careers with pensions, but we had a dream. And in 2014, we just started the process of building this home that we live in now. It's a log house. We did a lot of it ourselves, but it was way more expensive than we thought.
And we were in our early 50s.
Yeah. So we were fighting it. You know, at the end of every month, we were house poor. You know, and we love a hot holiday. I mean, who doesn't want to spend a week or so on a beach, right? And so we just couldn't do that. We could, but we'd have to put it on credit card. And then you come back from a trip and you're like, oh my gosh, look at that bill, you know, and then the next year you're paying it off. You know, it's a vicious cycle. Karen, would you agree that, you know, at the time just before we saw this opportunity, like we saw it, like many people have seen it through an ad on social media, you know, that's how we saw this. We were looking for something else, some way to make some extra cash.
We were just looking for a side hustle.
Yeah.
Because we were in our early 50s. We had this massive mortgage. You know, I had taught for over 25 years, And we looked at each other one day and said, there is no way that I'm going to be able to retire at 55. There's no way. And same with Chris. And as much as we loved our careers, we thought we've got to be we have to be forward thinkers. So when we're 60 and we're 70, this mortgage isn't going to be paid off till we're well into our 70s. So we had to find something. We were not going to leave our careers. We weren't. We just wanted a side hustle to put away money for retirement. So, we looked at a number of things, and then Chris saw this online. He saw the numbers, he saw the potential, and he said, I think this is exactly what we're looking for. Number one, we don't have to bug family and friends. Number two, we're not selling products. We don't have to stack products in our garage or have inventory or ship them or anything like that. We got a mentor, a real live person as a mentor, and the training was all video based. So it was going to be a business in a box, and all we had to do was follow the video training as well as the live training that's provided.
Yeah.
So we did it on the side. We continued working for that full year. Like from 2017, we jumped in, and after a year, we were making enough that it replaced my income as an administrator.
All right, amazing.
Wow.
I was making, over $100,000 a year.
Wow.
So Chris said, two things happened after 1 year in the business. 2018, number one, our first grandchild was born. And number two, it replaced my income. So Chris said, I think you can retire a little bit early. And
The dream.
that wasn't our plan at all. But you know what? When that grandbaby was in my arms, I thought, I'm going to spend my life or the rest of my time on earth with my own grandchildren rather than everybody else's as a teacher, as much as I loved my career. Yeah. So I did. I retired early. And then the following year, Chris said, I'm going to take a year's leave of absence without pay.
Just to see
if this can sustain us. So we did. In 2019, we started in January. Chris left the department January 1st for one full calendar year. We did a Mediterranean cruise. We went down to the US. We went across Canada. We went out all over the world. Dominican. And our business worked. We took our business with us because all we needed to take was our laptop.
Yeah.
And our business exploded. It went absolutely crazy. So it then, after 2 years, it replaced Chris's income. So we both retired before we reached the age of 55.
Shut her down.
We shut her down.
Shut her down. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing what this business really brings into our lives. The unexpected always happens because similar to you, it was unexpected for me as well. I was like, I just want to make an extra $500 a month, right? And I just want to try to pay my light bill. And, before you know it, like 9 months later, I'm looking at my income from the business and I'm going like, well, this is more than I get from my job. Like, what's happening, So it's truly, I tell people all the time, the business is life-changing. And
you know what, Suzette? You hit the nail on the head. When we talk to people, 95% of the people want $500 to $1,000 a month. That's it. That's all they're looking for.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And when they get into this and they make that in one day, it blows them out of the water.
Yeah.
Right? And it blew us out of the water. Like we weren't looking for that.
No.
But yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't want to leave firefighting. That's the best job on the planet, in my opinion. It was but what's even better is when you work for yourself and you have time freedom.
That time freedom.
It's hard to put it in words.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about, but many people watching this might think, I don't, I can't see that because we're raised to be employees. We all have that employee mindset. Yeah. But when you change that to an entrepreneur mindset, when that shift happens, wow, magic things can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, Karen, I know you've touched on this just a little bit. So if you can expand just a little bit, you were skeptical in the beginning, and that's something so many people relate to. Like, what helped what helped you both move from skepticism to confidence in this journey?
That's a great question. And when we get on strategy calls and we are talking to a couple, almost always one of them is resistant. One of them, and it's just being protective, right?
Yeah.
So what switched it for me? Well, doing my due diligence was free. And like Chris's dad says, if you don't take advantage of things that are free, you're losing money. So Chris said, let's just have a look. Let's do our due diligence. Let's really dive into this together and see if it's a good fit. So we did. We paid the $149, which gave us 2.5 hours of just short little videos explaining the business model, the compensation plan, the products we're aligned with, and so on and so forth. And then we got on a coaching call, a strategy call with our mentor, and there was absolutely no pressure. I even went on the strategy call thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be high pressure sales. He's going to not let us off the phone. And it was a wonderful conversation. It was an hour long. He answered all of our questions. He smoothed out all our fears, and he took absolutely every ounce of pressure off. In fact, at the end of the call, he said, I don't know if this is a good fit for you. I don't know. The decision has to be yours. And we got off the phone, and I thought, he was Canadian. And I thought, he's got the same training. We all get the same access to the same training. What is it that he's got that I don't? And we both had a desire for change. So Chris saw the numbers. I saw, and so we jumped in with both feet. And it was near the end of the school year. And I said, you're going to have to start this on your own, Chris, because I'm crazy busy at school. And then when we got the first check in the mail, if you're in Canada, your checks are mailed, just like 1977.
Put 2025 and the other in 1977.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't ask. Yeah.
And even then, when that check came in the mail, Chris handed it to me and said, here is a check for us. So I opened it up, and it was for $1,280.
Yeah.
And I still thought it was fake. This could not be real. What I just made. So, and I went to the bank and put it on the counter thinking, oh, the buck's going to stop here. Like, he's not going to accept it. And she stamped the back of it and said, would you like cash, or is that just a full deposit?
Oh, that's a good one.
That was the moment. When she flipped around from, then the confidence kind of came
that
in.
was the turning point.
Yeah.
So then I came home. I said, okay, what do I do? What is this business? What do I have to do?
You're ready to go, eh?
Yeah, you're ready to jump all in.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
So yes, your yes didn't just benefit your life, as I know. It impacted hundreds of others, which is leads in my questions. How has this business allowed you to help people, to guide them and be part of their transformation?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I have enough time to answer that, but I will tell you that, there's been many people over the years that, much smarter than we are, that have said words of wisdom, and one of them says that, you can have a great life by serving yourself. You can have a great life, but you can have an unbelievable experience on this planet when you can find a way to serve as many people as you can. And we've really tried and worked hard to do that to the best of our ability. We're certainly, we make tons of mistakes, constantly, but it's hard to quantify that question with any sort of real answer, except to say that, we've received a lot of gratitude from a lot of people that we've helped. And I guess, and it's thousands, that we've helped grow a little bit, on this journey. And by them growing, it's not just financial, it's personal as well,
Give our time.
We give our time.
And
which
it's
is the most.
our time is our most precious commodity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our most precious commodity whatsoever. So when people need help, or they're stuck in the training, or they want us to come on something like this, if we can, we will. We give our time over and over, sometimes to a fault.
Too much, maybe. Yeah.
Sometimes there are some months or days that we are on a lot of Zooms because we can't say no. So we've had to try and set some boundaries with that.
We're way better at it now.
We are, but it's just that we manage our time better now so that we
Yeah.
can serve as many people as we can, because we want success for people. We want to help. And sometimes it's just a matter of a little tweak. Like, it's so funny just to get them over those humps.
And, you know, the other thing that we've learned, which kind of drives us even more, is that, you know, the depth of an individual's success is in direct proportion to the depth of their personal growth. And we recognize that. So we spend a lot of time talking about personal growth, because you have to, you know, you have to grow first to reap the growth. You know, you can't just go out to the garden and pull vegetables out of it and say, okay, great, I'll plant tomorrow then. You gotta plant and grow first.
And grow, yeah.
Right? It's same thing with success. And certainly really applicable to this opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for sharing this. Honestly, I think this is what I love the most about your story, because that, yes, I think it's didn't just change your business, but change your direction in life. Yes, because you help now so many people. And sometimes it's, I think blessing shows up looking like fear and doubt. But when we trust God, something beautiful happens and we step anyway. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. You know, and speaking of time, we really appreciate you guys taking the time for being here with us today. In light of that, I'm just going to ask you the last question of the day. You know, if someone is watching right now and they're scared and they're overthinking, or they're just waiting for the perfect moment, right? What's the one thing that you want them to know about saying yes today?
You know, the thing is, you can check this out from the privacy of your own home. So if you're fearful, you don't have to do it in front of a crowd. You don't have to. You can do it all by yourself through your computer screen to learn as much as you want, and then connect with the person that invited you and just get those questions. Just know that there's no pressure. There's no pressure. And just trust your gut. You know, we always tell people, you know, the people that have followed us for a couple of years, they come back to us and say, I just can't stop thinking about this. What if? What if? So I always tell people, let that be your guide. If you can't stop thinking about this, take that as a sign that it's something worth looking into. And you're not committing to anything. All you're committing is to learn. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
You are not committing anything financially. You're not committing any time. You're not committing, you know, to start. You're just commitment. Your commitment is to yourself, to do your due diligence and learn. That's it.
You know,
Right?
and the other thing I would say to that, you guys, is that this is something we've learned, is that fear is the gateway to opportunity. And we didn't know it when we were first looking at this. We've learned that over time, so we're sharing that now. You know, fear is a gateway to opportunity. So if people are feeling fear about taking a chance on themselves, good. You should. You should be frightened to your core. But the other reality is that if nothing changes, then nothing changes.
Changes.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything, then you're going to be in the exact same spot that you were. You'll look ahead 5 years, 10 years from now. You'll be chasing your rear end, you know, in 5-10 years. You know, the same situation. And so
And I
but
think
it's
that's what we
easy for
said.
us to say that now because we've
Yeah.
faced it and we pushed through
We
that,
pushed
right?
through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what we often talk about. That's the core of this. Is
Mhm.
it's all based in fear. The unknown.
Mhm.
And so what do? Well, you do your research. Like Karen says, you learn. You listen to people that have faced that fear and have pushed through it, and allow that to be your inspiration and your testimony to give you that confidence to take that step into the unknown.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so my takeaway from this episode is that saying yes, it doesn't guarantee you'll know the whole path. It just guarantees, movement, growth, and it guarantees possibility if you just take that first step.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good
Exactly.
point.
Karen and Chris, thank you for ending our season with so much light. Your story reminds us that sometimes the biggest blessing come wrapped in uncertainty. One yes can open a life you didn't even know was waiting for you, and for us, of course.
Yeah.
And for everyone watching, maybe today is your turn. Maybe today is your yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if your heart is telling you it's time to explore something new, join our free live webinar. We're going to show you how this business works, what we do, and how you can start your own digital journey, just like we did, just like Karen and Chris did. The link, for our website is on the screen. I'm gonna pop up here our emails. You can send us emails. It's going across the screen there right now. So just know that your yes could be the beginning of your breakthrough.
And it's a great time of year to gift yourself this.
Yes,
Gift yourself,
absolutely.
this opportunity and see if it's for you. 'Tis the season.
Tis.
It is
And 'tis the
indeed.
season finale. All right, this
Yes.
was amazing, guys. Vanessa.
Awesome. Well, thanks
Yes,
for
so
having us.
before we go, we just want to end with a quote. And your life changes the moment you decide it will. And sometimes all it takes is one yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
That's
All
amazing.
right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I had the wrong quote up on the screen, so I apologize.
it's okay.
But
So
thank
thank
you
you
guys so
No
again
much for
for
worries.
being here. This was awesome. We had a great chat together, and enjoy the rest of the holiday season, everyone. And we're gonna
yes.
see you guys next year, January 2026, when we have season 3. Wow, season
Yeah.
3, guys. Can you
Season
believe
3, yes.
we'll be back?
And thank you, Karen and
So
Chris, so much.
thank you so much.